Hi boys and girls, and welcome to your math lesson today. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. Today we're going to finish up Unit 16, Addition and Subtraction. For your math assignment today, you're going to need your math textbook and a pencil, and that's all. Let's turn to page 89 together. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause the video and find your page and then unpause it. Today we're going to begin by just looking and talking about these little groups of animals. Let's start with the birds at the top. Boys and girls, can you help me count how many birds are there all together? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many orange birds are there? 1. How many yellow birds are there? 1, 2, 3. If I subtracted or took away all of the orange birds, how many birds would I have left? 3. If I took away all the yellow birds, then how many birds would I have left? 1. Good job. Let's look at the flowers. How many flowers are there all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. If I was to take the yellow flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and add them to the red flowers, 1, 2, 3, how many do I get? If I take the yellow flowers and add them to the red flowers, how many flowers do I get? 4 plus 3 equals 7. Good job. If I was to take away all of the red flowers, how many yellow flowers would I have left? 4. If I was to take away all the yellow flowers, how many pink flowers or red flowers would I have left? That was hard. 3. Awesome. Let's look at these ducks down here. Now, this one's a little bit harder because there's big ducks and little ducks. So, let's first see how many ducks there are all together. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, boys and girls, if I was to take away the 2 big ducks, how many little ducks would I have left? 3. If I was to take away all the little ducks, how many ducks would I have left? It's hard to cover them all. 2. What if I took away all the ducks with green heads? How many ducks would I have left? 1. Good job, boys and girls. Let's turn the page. Now on this page, boys and girls, you have to listen to Mrs. Peterson tell you a story, and then you're going to add or subtract depending on what it says in my story. Then we'll complete the number sentences. So first, I'm just going to read you the story, and then we'll start filling in the answers. Make sure you have your pencil ready to go. So we're going to begin with this story. Ben has 2 pretzels. Megan has 5 pretzels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many pretzels do they have all together? Okay, I'm going to read it to you one more time, and I want you to think, is this an addition question? Do we have to add? Or is this a subtraction question? Do we have to take away? Let me read it to you one more time. Ben has 2 pretzels and Meg has 5 pretzels. How many pretzels do they have all together? So is it an addition question or is it a subtraction question? If you said addition, you are right. So in this circle right here, I'm going to put an addition sign or a plus sign. Can you do that job for me? Can you put a plus sign in this circle? Now we need to fill in the squares. So in this first square, what number do we have to put? How many pretzels does Ben have? 2. So in this first box, we need to put a 2. Can you please write a 2 for me in the first box? Good job. Then, what number do we have to write in this second box? We have to write how many pretzels Meg had. How many pretzels does Meg have? I don't remember. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this second box, we need to put a 5. Now we need to figure out how many pretzels Ben and Meg have all together. So we need to add them. Let's count. 2 plus 5 equals what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's write a 7 in this third box. So we have 2 plus 5 equals 7. Now let's finish this sentence. Ben and Meg have how many pretzels? 7. Good job. Ben and Meg have 7 pretzels. Awesome job, boys and girls. Let's move on to the apples. Listen to my story. There are 8 apples in this box. 4 are red. The rest are green. How many green apples are there? Let me read this to you one more time and you tell me, do we need to add or do we need to subtract? There are 8 apples in this box. 4 are red, the rest are green. How many green apples are there? If you said we need to subtract, you're right. And this is why we need to subtract. We need to figure out how many green apples there are, and we don't know. What we do know is that we have 8 apples all together. So can you put an 8 in this first box? Awesome. And then what happens if we take away or subtract the 4 red apples? It's going to tell us how many green apples are in the box. So we have 8 minus, how many red apples are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 minus 4. So when we minus 4 from 8, it's going to tell us how many green apples there are. So there's a few ways. Some of you might be able to do this in your head already. Some of you might need a little bit of help. Okay? So if you need a little bit of help, you can either use your fingers, because we have 10 fingers and 8 still works, or you can do a little bit of a drawing just to help you. So I'm going to do the drawing just so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to write 8 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just drew 8 ticks really quick. And then I'm going to take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many ticks were left? 4. So we had 8 apples all together, and then we subtracted 4. How many apples are there? How many green apples are there? So you subtracted red apples. 4. There are 4 green apples. Can you write a 4 in this box? Good job. Let's do the last one. Listen to my story. Tarsha has 9 flowers. How many flowers is she hiding behind her back? Okay, this one's a little bit harder. Tarsha has 9 flowers. How many flowers is she hiding behind her back? Do we need to add or do we need to subtract? We need to subtract again to figure out how many apples she has, or not apples, flowers she has all together. So we're going to put the subtraction sign right here in the circle. Can you do that for me, friends? Awesome. Then in this first box, we need to put a 9 because she has 9 flowers all together. Now we need to look at to see how many flowers she has in her hand that we can see so that we can figure out how many she has hiding behind her back. Let's count how many flowers she has in her hand that we can see. 1, 2, 3. We're going to write 3 in the box. Can you do that for me? Awesome. So we still have a number here, boys and girls, that is smaller than 10. So we can use our fingers if we want to. So you can go 9 and take away 3 of your fingers and figure out the answer. But a different way you could do it is, again, just put the ticks, just to help you, and cross them out. So I'm going to put 9 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I need to cross out how many? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I can count how many is left. Want to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 minus 3 equals 6. Tarsha, or she, hides how many flowers, boys and girls? 6 flowers. If you're a little bit behind, feel free to pause the video before we move on. Okay, now this is a look and talk. First of all, boys and girls, who has been to a birthday party before? Have you been to a birthday party before? Now at birthday parties, we have cake and there's often presents. Let's look at these first 2 pictures here. On this cake, there's a bunch of we have a bunch of candles. Let's count to see how many candles we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm going to put 7 so remember that. So we have 7 lit candles. Then the little boy blows out the candles. Now, some of them are still lit and some of them are not lit. So what we're going to do, even though you could count it, we're going to say how many there was all together. So right here I'm going to say 7. And then I'm going to minus how many we blew out so we can figure out how many are still lit. So how many got blown out, boys and girls? 2. So 7 minus 2 equals how many candles are lit? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 minus 2 equals 5. Feel free to write that too if you want to. All right. Now let's look at this picture. Let's see how many presents we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 presents. Then this little girl brings 2 more presents. So let's write 6 plus 2 equals what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 plus 2 equals 8. Good job, boys and girls. Let's turn the page. We're going to finish these 2 pages today, and then we're going to be done this unit. All right. It says listen, add or subtract, right? Then write the numbers. This is another one where you have to listen to my story. Are you ready? All right, let's look at the first picture. There are 5 knights. 2 knights march away. How many knights are still there? So we had 5 knights all together, boys and girls, and then these 2 march away. So we can just put a nice little cross out on both of them. How many knights do we have left over? Will you count with me? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3. 3 are still there. 3 knights are still here, sorry. Good job. All right, let me redo this story, and I'm going to see if you can get it without me telling you the answer first, okay? Listen to my story. There are 4 teddy bears. 2 join the group. How many teddy bears are there? So are we adding or subtracting? Adding, good job. So we have 4 teddy bears, and then we add 2. How many are there all together, friends? Can you count? Let me help you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 teddy bears now. Good job. Let's do the last one. At first, there are 7 tin soldiers. Some march away. Now, only 2 are still here. How many tin soldiers marched away? So we have 7 tin soldiers, and then 2 marched away. Oh no, sorry. There are 7 tin soldiers. Now there are only 2. How many soldiers marched away? So what we're going to do, if there's only 2, we're going to cross out 2. Because that's how many are still left. And then this is how many marched away. Let's count how many marched away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 marched away. Awesome. Let's move on to this page. So we're just going to review on this page, friends. You should be pretty good at this by now, but I'll still help you with this page. Let's look at the top. It says add or subtract. Write the numbers. We're going to use these pictures to help us. Let's begin with the first one. It wants to know 3 plus 5 equals what? 3 plus 5 equals what, boys and girls? What should you do? If you said count all the flowers, you are right. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Now, boys and girls, let's look at this question. 5 plus 3 equals what? Does this look super familiar to something else? It is the same question as the one before, except all they did was switch the numbers. Remember when we did number bonds, boys and girls? This is very similar. It doesn't matter which way you put the numbers. If you have 3 plus 5 or 5 plus 3, it's going to equal the same thing. So if 3 plus 5 equals 8, what will 5 plus 3 equal? 8 too. Good job. All right, let's do the last one. we have 8 flowers all together. If we take away 5 flowers, how many flowers do we have left? Cover up this side, boys and girls, and count how many flowers do we have left. 3. Good job. Let's write a 3 in the box. Okay, let's do the last 2. This is a story. You need to listen to see if you need to add or subtract. Then we'll write the numbers. Listen to my story. Mother cooks 6 eggs. John eats 2 eggs. How many eggs are left? Do we need to add or do we need to subtract? Subtract. So Mother cooks 6 eggs and John eats 2. We need to cross out 2. How many eggs are left, boys and girls? 4. We need to write a 4 in the box. 4 eggs are left. All right, let's look at this last one. Mr. Wilson has 2 red ties and 5 blue ties. How many ties does he have all together? Do we need to add or do we need to subtract? Add. We need to figure out how many ties he has all together. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mr. Wilson has 7 ties. Good job, boys and girls. That is our math for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.